All right, guys. Hey, and welcome. I'm so excited that you're all here tonight. I'm just going to take a quick peek, make sure that my video is here and on and in the right place, just because I have totally done this the wrong way. So it looks like we're all good. So I'm excited you guys are here. I have a lot of great information to cover with you tonight. And I'm bursting because I'm so excited. I love to be able to share this amazing business with people because it has changed my life so much. And my favorite part is watching it change the lives of the people that I mentor and the people that they mentor and so on and so on and so on. So it's just an amazing process, and I love being able to share that and being able to welcome new people to our team because I love working so closely with our new coaches as well. So I am so thankful that you're here. I'm excited to get started. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. And just so you know, I'll be putting up some slides. When I do that, I can't see what you guys post. So feel free to leave questions. I'll check back at the end and see if there's any questions that I missed, and of course, take more questions as well. So you can leave them to the end, or if you think of something, because I always forget when I'm watching a presentation, I forget my question. So if you want to type it out as I'm talking, you are free to do that, of course. You can let us know, any questions that you might have. Please feel free, hang out with the team. My team's here. They're some pretty awesome people, so they'll be hanging out with you as well. So they might be answering questions as you are, as we're going through this presentation as well. So, don't hesitate if you're thinking of something. We don't want you to forget, and I definitely don't want to miss answering it. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen so you guys can hear this amazing presentation. It'll be about half an hour long, and then we'll take questions, we'll give away a cool prize, and it's going to be a really fun time. So you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy. So let's go ahead and dive right in here. So I love to start with this picture because, like I said, the team is here. The team is a pretty amazing group of people that I am so proud to work with. And I think one of the best things about this business is that you get to pick who you work with. And so when you see these people, you know that these people are just like us because they were selected basically by our team, which is so cool. And that's why you're here, because somebody said, hey, this person would make an amazing coach. And that's why you're here, which is so exciting and so cool. So my name is Heather Moonka, in case you don't know me, and I am a combined 6-star diamond coach. Basically, that just means that I've been able to work closely with my amazing team to help them reach leadership ranks. Of course, so much of this business is what you put into it. So they have worked really hard, but I am honored to be a leader to the team and to be able to work closely with them. I actually started working out with Beachbody workouts after a car accident. I actually was not somebody who liked working out, and I was the one that hated PE. It was like when it was time to run the mile in PE, I was like trying to get out of it. Hated the mile, didn't like PE, didn't like working out. And so when I was in a car accident, it was the last effort for me to avoid having to go in every week to get corticosteroid injections, to have a life that was full of physical therapy and myofascial therapy and everything else. And I just didn't want that to be my life. That was not something that I accepted to be my life. And so I decided to take matters into my own hands when a doctor said to me, hey, you know what? If you were to maybe strengthen your core, maybe you would have a chance to live a quote unquote normal life. So that was when I decided to do exactly that. So I decided to jump into a program called Turbo Jam. So if you've ever done Turbo Jam, super fun. It's cardio kickboxing. But what the best part about it was for me was that it had a standing ab workout. So it was basically a workout that was 20 minutes of abs, but 10 minutes was standing, which was so cool to me because I needed that. I couldn't get on the floor. I couldn't do ab workouts on the floor. So I was able to strengthen my core by doing that ab workout standing until I was able to do all of it. Then I moved to the floor, and then I was able to work out. So when I went back to that doctor, she was like, oh my gosh, you were at a negative on the strength scale and now you're in the positives. What have you been doing? And it was working out, which it sounds so funny, but that's exactly what it was. So I was able to strengthen my core. Now, you really wouldn't even know that I have this chronic pain because I have been able to strengthen my body through these workouts. So when I say that these workouts really saved my life, I mean that completely, because it took me from a place where I was overweight and in pain and unhappy, to a place where I am now, physically free, and it's been a pretty amazing journey. At the time, I was actually an accountant. My first job out of college was with a company, and I was, in the accounting department. And I did like anybody else did. I went to school, I got a degree, I got a job in my chosen degree, and, it was fine. But that's, I lived for the weekend just like anybody else. I was underpaid, and, but that was what you do. You get a job, you go to work, and that's what I did. So we actually found out that the company filed for bankruptcy, and then we found out that the CEO was running a Ponzi scheme. And when you're an accountant in that situation, not a good place to be, even though I had no idea that this kind of thing was going on. So the company shut down. And because this was my only job after college on my resume, I could not get another accounting job in my field in my state. And that was when I really decided that I did not want to have my life, my future, my income, my livelihood depend on anybody else but me. And that's when I started this business. That's when I dove full into this business. So, aside from the physical aspect where, now I'm strong, I'm fit, I'm healthy, I'm in the best shape of my life, aside from that, I've also been able to totally supplement my income. So I now make more than I did as an accountant. I actually make multiple six figures from home. I was able to retire my husband. We're free to travel, and we get to live a life that we love, that we are in control of. Instead of building someone else's dreams, we're building our own. And I think that is amazing. So it's been a wild ride, to say the least. But something that's why I'm so passionate about it, because it saved my life in so many ways, not just physically, but my life. When I had nowhere else to turn, this business helped me to overcome that. And I thought I would do this business for a little bit and see, and maybe go back to work. Never went back to work. I've never looked back since then. So that's a little bit of background about me. So what makes Team Beachbody unique? We're talking about Team Beachbody and how it runs and everything tonight. So here are some of the ways that we really differ. So it has fitness, nutrition, peer support, and rewards. So I was just talking a little bit about fitness, but I want to show you how much this company has grown since we have started this coaching network. So the company was actually founded in 1998 by Carl Deichler and John Congdon, a company called Beachbody, which is probably what you are familiar with. They created workouts like Power 90, Slim and 6, P90X, Yoga Booty Ballet, Turbo Jam, which is the one I was just talking about. And what happened was people were getting together to do these workouts kind of virtually together on the Beachbody message boards. And the people that were doing the workouts together and, really, motivating each other and keeping each other accountable were actually sticking to the workouts. They were getting amazing results, so much more than those that just bought off the infomercial and didn't have any support. So Beachbody took note of that and thought, hey, if people are getting results, being in these groups, working together, maybe there's something to that. So in 2007, we created the Team Beachbody Network and the Coaching Network. So basically what they did was take those that had been working in these accountability groups and really running them and being at the helm of them. Those became our founding coaches. So since then, it has been an explosion of growth. And the reason that is because we're able to get in touch more closely with the people that we're, communicating with our customers, and figuring out what it is that people actually need, what they're looking for, what helps them, what motivates them, what drives them. So we've been able to create so many more workouts since then because we're more in touch. But the other reason is because coaches are there to help people get through their workouts, to see success, to help with their nutrition, to be their biggest cheerleader. And because of that, we're able to get the word out, with basically with word of mouth, so in addition to advertising, we're able to, really get in touch with our customers and help them through these. So that's why we've been able to explode so much, and we're always creating new programs. For example, today we actually launched a brand new workout, which is perfect timing for today. It's called UV2. And it was created by Leandro Carvalho. He is the creator of Brazil Butt Lift. So if you've ever done that program, Fun Leandro is back with a new workout called UV2. And it is so fun. It is basically a dance style workout that's low impact. So anybody can do it. In fact, it is set to 80s and 90s music. So it's fun. You have great dance music to listen to. And, one of the things that I like best about it is that there's a kids channel in conjunction with that. So you can actually put on a kids channel and you can have a kid that's actually, like, we call it the kidifier, instead of the modifier, because you won't really need a modifier because the workouts are so low impact, but you have the kidifier, which basically means that there's a kid on the screen the whole time, so you could bring your kids in, your family, your whole family can do this workout together, and I think that you'll just love it. So that launched today. We also have a new program by Shaun T. So we love Shaun T, right? That actually launches June 12th, and it's going to be completely on our streaming network, Beachbody On Demand. And it's 7 days of workouts. So what he's going to do is on the 12th, he'll launch one workout, day 1. On the 13th, he'll launch day 2. It's kind of a mix of T25 and Insanity, and so it's going to be, Max 30, all of those that he's done in the past. It's going to kind of be a combo of all of those, taken up to the next level. So that's very fun. And then in July, we're launching Shift Shop with a brand new trainer, Chris Downing. So we're very excited about that. That launches at our annual Coach Summit. So we have a lot of things to look forward to. By the way, you can get all of these workouts plus every single other workout we've ever launched as part of your Beachbody On Demand All Access membership. So I'll talk about that when we get to, closer to talking about how to sign up and get involved. So, but just keep that in mind while we go through the rest of this. But aside from that, we have a lot of things coming. I understand that even though I've said a couple more fitness programs, there's still a few more to come this year. We have a breakthrough nutritional product. We just launched new Shakeology flavors. I'll talk about that in a second. We have new websites launching, and we are launching in a new international market this year. So it is so good that you're here because I would so love for you to get in now before we get too international. So I think that you are talking about this in the best time possible. So let's talk about how Team Beachbody has grown as well. So Team Beachbody has been growing like crazy over the past few years. In fact, it's about a 50% growth year over year. So the fact that we're able to continue doing that just shows that we're the real deal. We're always innovating. We're always growing. And I think that's something to be so proud of. Of course, with that growth, the reason that we grow so much is because we're able to help so many people. That's what really fuels us. That's what really makes us go forward. That's what really drives us, is the fact that we get to help people. So in 2015, we were able to help 1.5 million people. And I love this picture because it's at our annual Coach Summit in Nashville. We were able to all come together as coaches and take over a full city street in Nashville to work out all together. Just amazing. So this is actually from 2014. So last year, 2015. So 2016, we actually took up even longer because there were more coaches. So it's very cool to see this visual representation of the coaches. This year we'll actually do the same thing, but in New Orleans. So we're getting pretty excited to take over New Orleans. So I said we had launched a couple new flavors. So we launched 2 new vegan flavors, vanilla and cafe latte, and they're amazing. I actually prefer the vegan vanilla over the regular vanilla, which I never thought I would ever say, but it's amazing. So we now have so many flavors. So we have in the whey, we have chocolate, we have strawberry, we have vanilla, we have cafe latte, and we have our greenberry. And then in our vegan flavors, we have vegan chocolate, vegan tropical strawberry, vegan vanilla, and vegan cafe latte. So we have something for everybody, which I think is so cool. So we actually added 2 new ingredients, and I'll just talk about one real quickly because matcha has it's like 1,000% more antioxidants than green tea. So we threw that now into all of our shakes. So we're always innovating, always making sure that we have the best ingredients possible in our shakes. So we have Darren O'Lean is the co-creator, and he's always traveling to find the best ingredients for our shakes. So that's why you always see that we have, so many great ingredients in our shakes, because we're always looking to find the best, so we can have the best superfoods available for you guys and for us to be super healthy. So this is just a little bit of what's in Shakeology. So you can see that we definitely don't skimp on the ingredients. In fact, it's about, I think 70, well, there's 70 ingredients. It would be about $50 per shake for you to have. So we definitely have an amazing deal when we get Shakeology through Beachbody. We have something for everybody. We have our DVD program still. I was talking a little bit about our streaming platform, Beachbody On Demand. We call that BOD. So if I say that on accident, that's what that is, BOD, Beachbody On Demand. But we have digital access. Of course, we have things like the Ultimate Reset and our 3-day refresh. So if you really want to have a healthy way to take your nutrition back to before you had processed foods, and artificial ingredients, these are great options for you. We have our amazing boosts for Shakeology and our performance line, which is just unparalleled. It actually is the sponsor of the Ironman in North America, which is awesome. It's NSF certified, meaning that if an athlete drinks it, there's nothing in it that's going to show up negatively on a test. It's just, whatever we say is in it is actually in it. There's no hidden ingredients, but it's pretty amazing. And of course we have equipment, so yoga mats, resistance bands, all of those amazing things as well. All of this adds up to proven results. If I could just talk about the workouts and the Shakeology and all the equipment we have and then not show results, then this wouldn't be worth anything, right? But we actually have thousands and thousands of proven success stories that come into Beachbody each and every week from people who have used our products and programs and gotten amazing results. My favorite, of course, is that my team is committed to their own results as well. We're not perfect. We'll never say that we're perfect, but we're always working to become the best version of ourselves. And I think that's something that, is just to be so proud of. So I love that our coaches actually, we walk the walk. We don't just talk the talk. We are doing it right alongside you. And of course you get peer support. That's one of the things that sets us apart as well. Just like I said in the beginning, when people were doing the programs that they purchased off the infomercial without support, without having a group, not as many people succeeded. But it was those that got into the group and had accountability and support. Those are the ones that saw the most amazing results and saw the most success. And that's exactly what we emulate when we run our challenge groups and our fitness accountability groups and our coaching, basically our new coach training groups and all of that, because the peer support is what means the most and it helps us to be the most successful. So what is a coach? I always like to start with what a coach doesn't have to be, because I think that's just as important, maybe more important. There's a lot of misconceptions that come when people think about coaching. They think they have to be an expert in fitness and nutrition, and that's certainly not true. We aren't there to be the fitness and nutrition expert for anybody. We're there to guide them and help them and be their biggest cheerleader. And you're going to learn so much along the way. The best part about Beachbody is that we had the experts create our nutrition plans and our workouts so that we didn't have to do that. So you don't have to be the expert. You don't have to be at your fitness and nutrition goals. At the beginning, you saw my before picture, and I'll show you again at the end, but you definitely don't have to be at your goals. Your story of getting healthy and getting in shape and becoming your best self, that is what's going to attract people to you. That's what's going to build this great story and business for you. And you definitely don't have to be an experienced salesperson. One of my favorite examples is myself with this, because I actually worked retail in the mall for a brief period of time, and I was so bad at selling. I didn't want to, push anybody to buy, credit cards and all that. So they actually made me fold shirts in the back, unbox and fold shirts. So if I can do this, then you certainly can. But a coach should be someone that wants to share their journey and share how that can help somebody else change their life and help people see a bigger vision for themselves. You have to be committed to being proof the product works. Just as I showed you that our team has real results, that's what we would want you to do as well. Drink Shakeology, use the performance line, do the workouts. It's so important. You have to work on being willing to improve and develop yourself. That's something I didn't know I would get in this business, but it's been the most rewarding, is being able to focus on building up my best self, gain more confidence, become a better leader, become, a better business person, all through, this business, which has been amazing. Some of the benefits of being a coach: you get to set your own work hours. That is amazing. You don't have to live by somebody else's schedule, and I absolutely love that. You can focus part-time or full-time. Most people focus part-time to start, which is totally fine. We have a lot of busy moms on our team, and they just sprinkle this business into their day. So they might do 15 minutes in the morning before everybody gets up, and then they have 15 minutes at nap time, and they'll throw that in as well. And then they've got like an hour after bed when everybody goes to bed, and so they're up doing it then. So you can totally make this fit your schedule. You can build online or in person. Our team actually does a lot of training on building online because this business just lends itself so well to being an online business. It works so well. So if you're wondering like, oh, how do I do that? We'll help you. We'll walk you step by step through it. You get to share your passion and attract people, which, let's face it, once you start working out, you kind of are bitten by the bug and you can't wait to talk to everybody about it. You get to do that in this business. So there's your outlet. You also get a 25% discount on anything that you purchase, including Shakeology. So that is pretty cool as well. Some of the rewards we get commissions. We get a 25% commission on anything that's purchased through our website. So that's awesome. Commissions or bonuses for team growth. So as your team grows and your team grows their team, there's bonuses based on that. We get reward trips. In fact, just a couple of weeks ago, we were in the Dominican Republic as a trip that we earned completely from Beachbody. Recognition. So we are big on recognition, which I think is the opposite of a job. I don't know about you, but I was always told what I did wrong, but never really, oh, good job. So we are the opposite. We like to tell you when you do a great job. Learning and personal development. So there's a lot of room for personal growth. In fact, our team does, I pair up with my success partner, and we actually have a personal development book club that meets every week. So we always, we're able to really grow ourselves and focus on that aspect as well. And I just wanted to give you a breakdown because I said we get a 25% commission, but it's hard to know exactly what that looks like without fully seeing it. So I just wanted to give you this quick example. Let's say somebody buys P90X from you. It costs $119.85. You get a 25% commission, so that's $29.96 that you'll earn. And then let's say that same week somebody buys Shakeology, which is $129.95. You get a 25% commission on that, which is $32.49. So for that week, which by the way we get paid weekly, which is amazing, you'll make $62.45. So you can see how that adds up pretty quickly as you start, building your network and talking to people. And the other way is through team bonuses, which is really fun because that makes us really work together as a team. We want everybody to succeed together. And so that's why we work so closely in our training groups, because we want each other to succeed, because, we want everybody to be successful. It's a true team bonus program. As your team grows and their team grows and the team that you signed up with grows, your volume will grow, and there's bonuses based on the volume that is created by your team. And then there's outstanding support from Beachbody. You're never alone in this business, which I think is really noteworthy, because a lot of people will come to me from other companies and they're like, how do you do this? And I need help with this. And it's because they're not getting training, they're not getting support. And yet here we are with so much training and support and tools available to help our coaches get started. So you'll never feel like you don't know where to go or where to turn. But from my team in particular, I actually pair up with my success partner, Kelly. So our teams are led by two top leaders and six-figure earners. I think when I calculated last, my team was in the 0.01% of the company, something crazy like that. I'll have to run the numbers again, but we're definitely one of the top teams in the business. We have monthly new coach training that starts on the first Monday of every month. Weekly team training meetings where you get to, learn from the best on our team. A full training website that we always keep updated and give you tons of more training there. Rank advancement training as you're building your business and moving forward will help you do that as well. Leadership training as you, grow into a leader on this team. You'll get, special training meetings with me as well, team challenges to plug your customers into. In fact, we're just starting a test group for our new program UV2 that launched today, so we're getting pretty excited about that. Recognition and accountability, and an exclusive Facebook group, which to me is where the magic kind of happens, because you get to ask questions and you get access to all the coaches. So that's probably my favorite part about being on a team, is having that Facebook group to be able to come to and utilize. So what are your options? You have a couple options. If you're ready to be on your own journey and share that with others, and especially if you're doing Shakeology anyway, then you're probably looking at being a coach. If you want to just work on your own results, then of course a customer is a great place to go. But tonight I'm going to go ahead and move into the coach aspect, because I think that's why you're here. So I have actually 4 options for you to join as a coach. So let me go ahead and talk about these 3, and then I'm going to go into your best option, your number 1 option, I think that you'll want to just jump on because it's so crazy. So the first one is a challenge pack. So a challenge pack is an average savings of $50 to $80. And your coach enrollment fee of $39.95 is waived. So that means you're going to save at least $90. You get a fitness program, or you get the club membership for 90 days. You get your first shipment of Shakeology home direct, so 30 days of Shakeology. And if you didn't pick the Beachbody On Demand option, then you get 30-day trial to Beachbody On Demand. So that's pretty neat. The other way you can get started is if you already have Beachbody On Demand, or you're already an All Access member, or maybe you have a program you love, you can just get on Shakeology, but you will have to pay that coach enrollment fee, so it's actually cheaper to get a challenge pack. So I'm just going to throw that out there. Of course, if you're already on Shakeology Home Direct, you might just want to get a fitness program and get started. But if I were to give you any option, I wish I could go back and have this option for myself, because this is a crazy deal that we have, and it's a limited time. So if you want to do this, I really suggest jumping on it, but this is the best option. Beachbody On Demand All Access Challenge Pack with Shakeology. And next month, starting in June, we'll actually have it with the performance line as well. So there's that option too. But basically, you're going to save over $115 compared to getting each item separately, plus your coach enrollment fee is waived. So you can already see what a crazy deal that is. But the best part is that you're going to get 30 days of Shakeology. You're going to get the portion control meal plan with the containers. So you'll get the actual plan itself, the booklet to explain how to use them, how to calculate your containers, and then you'll get the containers as well. You'll get a full year of unlimited streaming access to all of our workouts on Beachbody On Demand. And the new workouts that we launch throughout the year of your membership will show up in your streaming library at no extra cost. So for example, UV2 launched today, and us All Access people had access to it yesterday. We weren't charged anything. It just showed up in our library at no extra cost. So we're excited because the same will happen with Shanti's new workout next month, and it will also happen in July when Shift Shop launches as well. So that to me would be your best option. That would be the way that I would sign up for sure. So just to put this into perspective, Shakeology is $129.95. This pack with all of this, with the year membership and everything, is only $160 for a limited time. So if I were to give you any advice, it would be to sign up that way. But your coach can talk to you about the best way to get started for you. So be sure to say, hey, I saw this pack. I don't know. Let's talk about it. A month after you sign up, you'll be charged your monthly business fee, which is $15.95, and that covers so much. So one of the big things it covers, and honestly, this was the one thing that I was looking for when I was looking at this company, you don't have to hold inventory. So you're never going to buy anything that you're not actually using for yourself. You'll only actually pay for what you use, which is amazing. I didn't want to have to buy a bunch of product and keep it in my garage and drive it around and hopefully unload it, and you don't have to do that with this business. So I would pay $15.95 a month for that alone, but it also covers our websites, our hosting, customer service, tech support, all of these amazing things as well. So what's possible with Beachbody? These are the 2015 earnings. We don't have 2016 yet, but I just want you to take a peek at the average earnings here for each kind of rank. And I also have to always say that we can't guarantee any level of success because it's totally dependent on what you do with it. We're going to give you the new coach training, the tools, the to-do list, and you have to take it, work on your skills, be willing to grow, and to be willing to try it out. You have to be willing to put in the work, okay? I always have to say that before I talk about numbers, but there you go. So I just want to point out to you, that the people that have, the low earnings, those are people that don't work the business, right? Those are people that signed up for a discount, which is fine. That's completely fine. They're people that want their 25% off Shakeology. The people that have the high earnings are obviously people that put in a lot of work. So I always like to just point that out, that even at every rank, you can have an amazing business. So you can see that even at our lowest rank of Emerald, high earnings there are 84,000. I mean, amazing, right? How would that change you? What about the average earnings even? Wouldn't that give you a little bit of extra breathing room there? And then I also like to point out that the highest, earner in our business made $3 million in a year. That just is amazing. So lots of possibilities here. So I'll show you a little bit about where I started this business. So I started in May of 2010, and I was still working full-time, going to school full-time. I had this kind of on the back burner, kind of just dipping my toe in the water, made a little bit of money. My first full year, I grew my team. I learned a little bit more. We didn't have new coach training like we do now. So I kind of figured this all out on my own. And so I made $19,000 that year. My second full year, 2012, I made about $54,000. And at that point, I was starting to make more than I had been making at my accounting job before it went under, which to me was mind-boggling that could actually happen with an at-home business. But here I am, living, breathing proof. My third full year was when I made my first six-figure year, and that's still amazing to me. That's still just insane. That you can make six figures in this business. I'm still just amazed. I didn't think that six figures was something that was possible for me. I just didn't know that until I started this business, and somebody put the belief in me that I can do anything that I put my mind to. So that was something that was so huge to me. My fourth full year, 2014, I always like to just point this out a little bit because it was a big year for us. I was able to pay off all my consumer debt and loan debt. I was able to retire my husband from his software engineering job. We actually got married that year, and we were able to pay for our wedding and our honeymoon completely outright without going into debt as our new married couple, which was really important to us. And at the same time, I still made $166,000. So big year. My fifth full year, I made nearly $200,000, and last year, similar. So obviously, it's something that you have to put work into. We will give you the tools, we'll give you the training, we'll be there for you, but then you have to put in the work. But anything is possible in this business. You can do anything that you put your mind to, as long as you're willing to grow and be a little bit uncomfortable, and just be willing to learn. Be willing to learn. So in the next 24 hours, the person who invited you is going to follow up with you and ask, what did you like most? And does Team Beachbody feel like a fit that could help you achieve your goals, whatever they might be, whether it's physical or financial? And what are you ready to be a coach, or you think you want to stay as a customer? So think about these kinds of things. What can becoming a coach do for you? I just showed you what it's done for me. Who can you help? You might already have some people in mind. And then what are your goals and dreams? Then you have to ask yourself, what do you want out of life? Like, what do you really want? If you could have anything that you want out of life, what would it be? Maybe it's to get out of debt. Maybe it's to travel. Maybe it's to be at home with your kids. Maybe it's to retire your spouse. Maybe it's any of those things. What is it that you really want out of life? And then is what you're doing now going to get you there? I know that looking at my life now and thinking about how I was living before, even when I had my job, I never ever would be in this place that I am now. Never would have happened. It just wouldn't have. So I'm so thankful that I figured out that this was something out of my comfort zone. This was something a little different. It's not the conventional way, but it was something that fits so well for me because you only get something different by doing something different. This was the different that I needed. And I think it might be for you too. So I'm going to go ahead and go into questions. Let me go ahead and switch my screen over here so I can see you guys, because I actually can't see you when I'm chatting when I have my screen up. So that's something that I just have to let you guys know. Yeah, so I saw Kimmy was having, and Samantha maybe problem with internet, but that's okay. It's all recorded, so no big deal. Not a problem. You guys can always come back and check the recording. But you guys have any questions for me? You guys have questions, I want to make sure that I answer those for you. just going to check, 'cause sometimes I can see a little bit better on my phone. And in here, I just don't want to miss. Don't want to miss. I think Ashley said 3 million change your life. Yeah, no kidding, right? Amazing, isn't it? But that's what's possible. You just have to put your mind to it, decide that that's what you want, and anything's possible. Hang on, I'm just gonna check and make sure I'm not missing questions. Yeah, I love that we don't have to. I don't have to hold inventory. I love that. It's my favorite aspect. Yeah, guys, sorry if you're having a problem with internet. Usually that's on your end. Mine looks pretty steady, so it just depends on it takes a lot of streaming to watch these as well, especially on Facebook. But all looks well here, so of course you can catch the recording. Not a big deal. Totally fine, so you don't have to worry about that. We'll get you taken care of. The information doesn't change, doesn't go anywhere once we finish. So you can always check the recording. So I'm not seeing any questions here, I don't think. I'm checking a few times here just to make sure that I'm not missing anything. It looks like we're all good. If you think of any questions, you're free to ask after the fact as well. We'll be here. This event will be open all week for you, so you can check the recording and get answers to your questions all week. I'll check in to make sure that I don't miss anything from you guys as well. So don't feel like you can't ask questions even when I'm done here. Just checking one last time for questions so I don't miss you guys. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so Lindsay, how do you grow your customer base? I've attempted sales job before. My circle of friends runs short and inevitably things dry up. Makes me hesitant. Yeah, Lindsay, I totally understand. So I'll tell you that I actually built my business completely from cold market people I didn't know first, and it wasn't until I hit a leadership rank, and it wasn't until I started having success that anybody I knew personally wanted to do this. So I totally get it. We will actually help you to find people on social media and online that fit your market, that are people that are like you, that people that want to hear from you, people that you can relate to, people that you can actually help. We'll help you find those people and get to know them and figure out how you can help them without being that person who's spamming your friends and family all the time. Because we don't want you to be that person. That's not how we train our team. So sure, you can go to your friends and say, hey, I'm doing this. But you never have to push it on them. We can help you find new people that will be willing and excited to hear from you, and that will, we don't utilize, we don't overutilize friends and family. We don't want to train that way. We definitely prefer to help you find people that fit into your market. Does that make sense? Does that help? Because I definitely can relate to that. I wouldn't want you to be that person either. Friends and family dry up, and then we get stuck, right? So my goal is always for you to say, hey, I'm doing this business. If you know of anybody, send them my way, and then we're going to help you find new people, okay? So that you don't have to be the spammer. Hopefully that helps and makes sense, makes you feel a little more comfy. Again, I built completely off cold market, meaning people I didn't know ahead of time. Yeah, I think I said, you say you're awful at selling things. Yep, me too. Me too. Thank goodness that's not a requirement, because, most of what I've done is to be able to share my story, to share my, what I've changed, how I've changed, how I've grown, and have people come to me. A lot of it's that, of course, there's always us going to people, and we'll teach you how to do that, but we don't want you to be the spammy person. We don't want you to be that. So I totally, I'm with you. I completely understand why you wouldn't want to do that. And I understand how, what it's like when you're like, yeah, my friends and family have dried up. Totally with you. So hopefully that helps kind of ease your worry a little bit too, Lindsay. Any other questions? That's a great question, by the way. I'm just going to check my phone. I don't know why sometimes it comes up faster on my phone than actually on the video, which is kind of silly, but okay. Yeah, I think All right, I think that's it. But if you guys do think of anything, don't hesitate to ask, because this, like I said, this group will be open all week for you. So you are free to, pop in if you want to rewatch, or if you want to watch with your spouse maybe, because sometimes it's easier to have me explain it than for you to explain it. So if you can do that, you can watch it with them. So this will be open all week for you. So if you do think of any questions, don't hesitate to ask as well, because we'll be here to answer those. As far as our giveaway tonight, I've actually got a 5-minute journal to give away. So what I'd love for you to do before midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. this evening, comment below and let me know what the most exciting thing about coaching is to you. Like, what did you learn tonight that made you so excited about coaching? Everybody that answers will be entered into a drawing to win that 5-minute journal. And I will come in tomorrow and check those answers so I can give those to you. And I'll just do a random drawing, and somebody will win that 5-minute journal. So just make sure that you do that before 9 p.m. Pacific time. That's midnight Eastern time tonight, to just share what you were most excited to hear about coaching tonight, or what made you most excited about it. However you want to word that. Anything that you learned tonight that you were really excited about. I'd love to hear that. So again, I'll do a drawing tomorrow night with that for you, or tomorrow after I see that, and see which people answered. So make sure you just take a little bit of time to do that. And otherwise, if you do think of anything, any questions, don't hesitate. We'll be so happy to help you, so happy to answer any questions, because we want you to make an informed decision. We didn't come here tonight to convince you or force you. We want you to make a decision that's right for you. So if you do think of any questions, don't hesitate to ask. But we're so thankful you were here tonight. Thank you so much. And again, if you do think of any questions, don't hesitate. We'll be here to help you to answer those questions, and we'll be checking in all week. So thanks for being here tonight. I'm so thankful that you decided to take some time to learn about this amazing business that has changed my life and the lives of so many on our team. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your interest, and we can't wait to welcome you to our team. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week and a great night. Bye-bye.